Hello, and welcome to another edition of One Bad Veggies Root Beer Review, where in this review we'll rest in peace. So yeah, in this review we're doing Death Valley Root Beer, which, of course, Death Valley being the famous desert area down in the southwest where people die, I guess, because it's called Death Valley. Also, it's supposed to be very dry and bad. So I don't know why you would name your root beer after something dry and bad. But, you know, hey, you know what? This one's a re-review, so I've done it before. No, Death Valley Root Beer, I did a little bit of digging into it. Found out that Death Valley Root Beer, actually right on the bottle, it says that it is an Indian Wells brewed root beer. And we've reviewed Indian Wells Special Reserve in the past. Also, Indian Wells seems to be somehow related to Rocket Fizz. I'm not sure if Rocket Fizz is just the distributor of Indian Wells and they have a lock on that or something, but I have noticed while going through Rocket Fizz's magazine catalog, that's the word, catalog in the past, I did notice that Indian Wells root beer shows up in that as a brand that is from Rocket Fizz. You'd almost say this is a continuation of our journey through the Rocket Fizz root beers, which, you know, still to this day, I think I'm still missing maybe one or two of their branded root beers for that. But I'll have to make a trip up there someday. It's kind of a drive. I think it's like 2 hours there, 2 hours back, or something like that. So but you know, it's kind of worth it considering how much stock I bring back with me every time I go. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get into the ingredients. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the ingredients, which should be popping up right there. And with these ingredients, I was actually kind of excited to do these ones because I realized, hey, if they're both Indian Wells, maybe they have the same exact ingredients. And for the most part, they do. Except for one thing, which made me have to make a new ingredients template, was caramel color, actually, is the thing that's added to this that is not in the ingredients of the Indian Wells Special Reserve, which is strange to me. But let's go ahead and take a look at the bottle here. So yeah, I mean, the art's actually kind of neat. That's like neat. The art is pretty neat here. Get a little bit of a closer look at it here. That's down there, says it's brewed by Indian Wells. Nothing too fancy or anything, but I feel it says it tastes of the Old West. I feel like if I saw that on a shelf, if I saw that sitting on a shelf, my eye would be directed towards that. There's something about the label, something about the font. I don't know. It just kind of is very attractive looking to me. Just as far as branding goes. So, otherwise, there's not a whole lot to say about it. So let's go ahead and crack it open and get ourselves a little bit of that scent. All right, let's go ahead and get this open. Let's go ahead and crack it open with the old pop topper. Okay, first thing, right off the top, very licorice heavy, It's very strange because I know that I really enjoyed the Indian Wells Special Reserve. Let me get another. Let me get another. I mean, there's definitely, you know, it says real vanilla on the label, right? And I'm always a little bit like, okay, if the label says that there should be something that I'm supposed to be smelling, then why am I not smelling it, you know? The vanilla is there. It's in the background, right? So, but the anise flavors are a little bit more pushed forward. So, you know, not that the scent is always indicative of what the final product's going to taste like. That changes pretty often. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the pour and the foam. and then after that we'll get into that. Very curious about the taste of this one, actually. So let's just get into the pouring the foam and check this out. So here we are with the old trusty mug. Let's go ahead and get our pour on, or foam on. I don't know. All right, that is some impressive foam right there. Let's go ahead and get a taste of that real quick. Ooh, that's unique. Yeah, that's I don't know what that is. Definitely some anise in there, but like it's not overpowering. Maybe that's like the combination with the vanilla or something. But it ends up being like a very unique flavor. Very spicy. And when I say spicy, I don't mean that as like spicy as in hot. I mean that as in spicy as in like you could just taste something. You know, we've had a lot of cinnamon lately. I don't think it's cinnamon, but it's definitely something that changes the flavor. Man, it's hard to tell what that is. Anyway, that's really interesting. I never am usually shocked by the flavor of the foam from the root beer. That's usually not like I mean I would just, not that I would just drink the foam because that would be weird, but like I would drink something that tasted like this foam did. It's a unique flavor and I really enjoyed it actually. So all right, so once again, like I said, I'm super curious about the actual flavor of this thing, so let's go ahead and get into the taste test so we can figure out what this thing actually tastes like in the end. All right, here we go. Bottoms up. So the flavor of this one is very, I don't know how to describe it. Like while you're drinking it, the flavor is very average. I see nothing wrong with it as far as that goes. It's tastes like a root beer should. It's not overly sweet. There's no overpowering flavors. It just tastes like a root beer. Tastes like exactly what you would expect a root beer to taste like. It is on the sweeter side. For sure. You know, when you have a root beer like this, it's hard to talk a lot about it because, you know, there's not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on. But the problem is that on the back end, the aftertaste it leaves you with, very licorice, very anise, licorice heavy aftertaste. And that is definitely going to affect the score, put it that way. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just get into the score. So as I always like to say, my reviews are always subjective. Always keep that in mind. If you like the flavors that I mentioned, you know, the licorice and anise and that side of the root beer, right? You know, I don't have any problems with it as far as that goes. If you like that, you'll probably like this more than I like it, obviously. If that aftertaste wasn't what it was, which again is totally a valid option for root beers, it's just not my tempo. If it wasn't for the aftertaste, I would probably be giving this one a C because it's good. It's good. The flavor of the root beer itself while you're drinking it is good. It's just that I don't like the aftertaste. And the aftertaste, I'm gonna have to lower it down to a D, because if there's something that you're drinking and you're like, ew, I don't like the way that tastes, of course you're going to rate it lower, and that's what happened with this one. I feel like I'm making too many excuses for the grade, and I think that's only because it tastes fine while you're drinking it. But no, it's a D. Yeah, D. All right, that's it for this review, which, like I said at the start, this one's a re-review, so that means the next one will be a new root beer I've never tried before, which is always fun. I always feel like I have more to say about those. Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know which one. You know what? Let's just say I don't know what I'm talking about, and let's go with that. So, yeah. So, nothing new to report as far as that goes. I'm doing pretty good on keeping with the schedule. Also, as you can see, I've had Titus as a special guest star in this video. Hi Titus, how you doing? Otherwise, yeah, I just like and subscribe and comment, or don't, just enjoy the videos, and I hope you get something out of them when you watch them, and I hope you had a good time.